welcome to Tea Time with Dawn. Hi guys, so today's Tea Time segment is going to be my favorite topic of the day, of the week, of the century, of the millennia, of the decade, of ever. Red flags when dating. As you all know, your girl is single.
I'm very much quitness.
So for me, I've heard people say that I'm too picky, or I have high standards, or my standards are too high.
What?
There are some major red flags that you guys should be looking out for when you're dating, when you first start dating someone. So if we first start, let's start with the talking stage, because there are different stages, by the way. There's the talking stage, there's the dating stage, there's your exclusively dating stage, then there's the relationship stage. I'm not sure if I skipped a stage, but I think that's it. Right? If they are constantly bashing their ex, that's a major red flag. Like if someone is constantly talking bad about their ex, like you're dating, or you're just in the talking stage, like heading towards like the dating stage, this person is always saying something bad. My ex was a what? My ex was a what? My ex did this, my ex did that, my ex what? That's why we broke up, my ex. Like if they're constantly talking negatively about their ex, that's very problematic for me. Because like, why is your ex the problem? Like I get in relationships, especially if you get cheated on, that's a lot, but aren't you over it?
You're way too old for the things that you are saying and doing. Do better.
Because if you're going to talk about it constantly, then you clearly still need to get over it, because you're still hung up on that person, and that person still has a place in your life, because you're still talking about them. Why are you still talking about them, and so excessively, and so negatively, and so bitterly or angrily? Like, it's a little problematic for me. So if I'm on a date with someone, or if I'm talking to someone, and that person is just constantly, my ex did this, my ex did that, my ex is a what, my ex had die Mexican, die fro, die what, like the whole time, that's all you're doing. You're just always talking about your ex and how she or he is the worst person on the planet. No, we're not going to do that.
No, you're not going to do that.
So I don't know if I would proceed to talk to someone like that, or I would genuinely just ask you, why are you still talking about them? Aren't you over it? Like, move on. Like, y'all
Oh, now you can't speak English.
you're not together anymore. Move on. Number 2 is if they don't want to talk about their past relationships at all.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Like, you don't want to mention why you broke up. You don't want to mention how what happened in your relationship, why your relationship was the way it was, what you hated about the relationship, what you liked about the relationship. You don't want to talk about it at all. It's very problematic to me, because
Why?
I wouldn't say it's like a completely cut that person off type of situation, but it's very problematic and it's concerning. Any person that, like, this is now gender specific, if you're dating a man who has a lot of female friends and loves for female attention, that is very problematic for me. I cannot date someone that is constantly living for the attention like that he gets from women. Like, it's okay to have female friends, like everybody has like a variety of friendships and stuff like that, but like every time you go out with this person, there's a different girl that like you see him with, and like the way that he is friendly towards that female friend is like just a little too friendly. Like your behavior, the way you handle it, the way you talk about it, like you're always complimenting other women. Like you're talking to me, you're dating me, but you're always complimenting other women and all women. And that is a major red flag for me, because for me, I'll just be like, but like, why are you like, do you stop when you are in a relationship? Do you stop like complimenting all these women, or do you just stop doing it publicly because now you're in a relationship and you still do it but just not in public anymore? It's just, a little suspicious if he's not going to take you out on a date. That is a no. That's like a what's the word? That's like a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker for me, because how are we talking for months and you've never planned a date? You've never asked me to go anywhere. You've never planned for us to do anything. You just like just with vibes. And
you done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
I can't talk to you for a month and like we've just never ever seen each other. Like for me, like that those texts of when are we seeing each other, or when are you free, when are we seeing each other, when are you free, we should hang out sometime. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, if you like somebody, plan a date. Pay attention to what they like, what they don't like, what they like to eat, what they like to drink, where they usually go, the places they like, the personality of your person, their tastes, and plan a date. Tell this person, hey, are you free on Saturday at this time, because I want to take you to this place, and that place, because I know you like it. It's not rocket science, people. It's really not rocket science. Do that. So for me, a major red flag is if someone does not ask you out on a date, or does not plan a date. You don't like me enough to like think for yourself, especially if someone asks you, where do you want to go? You want to take me out, tell me where we are going. Because if I'm thinking about it, then it's like I'm putting in the effort for you, I'm doing the work for you. That's how I see it. So it's just like, for me, I don't even consider it a date anymore. If I'm the one that picks the place, I don't consider it a date, because I picked the place. It was my idea. I would be taking you out.
What? Child. Anyway, so
plan a date. So if somebody really likes you, honey, if somebody really likes you, they're going to put in the effort. They're going to plan a date, and they're going to show you that they like you. You're not going to question it. Ooh, when you start dating someone, like going out on dates with someone, and then they say they don't think they're ready for a relationship, but they want to continue seeing you.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
That's a goed praatje. So it's like you want the benefits of a relationship without the relationship. So you want your bread buttered on both sides. Honey, we do not do that here.
And that's on period.
That person is not seeing a future with you. That is one thing you need to understand. Another red flag is someone that says they're not ready for a relationship. I completely understand people that are not ready for relationships. If you're not ready for a relationship, don't date. If you're not ready to be in a relationship with someone, don't date them. And if someone tells you they're not in a relationship, they're not ready for a relationship, it means they're not ready for a relationship with you. That is what they mean, because you are just not the right person for them. That's what I think of it. Like, if someone tells me they're not ready for a relationship, immediately I'll be like, we were talking all this time, we were on dates, yet you're not ready for a relationship. Why did we do all that? You could have told me in the beginning that you were not planning on being in a relationship with me at all, and then I would have saved time, money, energy, and effort. But now we're here, and you're telling me now, why did you not do that in the beginning? Why did you even proceed to encourage me when you were not prepared to be in a relationship with me? So for me, I see it as you went on the dates because you thought maybe you liked this person, and you realize that you want to be in a relationship with them. Now you're lying and saying you're not ready to be in a relationship, when it just means you're not ready to be in a relationship with that person. I know a lot of people, especially women, when they hear a man say he's not ready for a relationship, they proceed to give relationship benefits to this person in hopes that he's going to change his mind after seeing that you're relationship material. Honey, you are not for him. You will never be for him. It doesn't matter how much of a wife you are.
Never do wife duties at girlfriend prices. I don't care.
You cannot convince someone to like you. You cannot convince someone to see your value or your worth.
That's on what? Oh, period.
Another red flag for me is when someone is homophobic, transphobic, or just like very hateful towards like anyone. If he hates gay people, or he hates transgender people, or he just hates like anyone from the LGBTIQ plus community, like not understanding it or being completely ignorant towards the community because of how you were raised or whatever, I could probably understand. But being hateful towards them, especially using religion as your justification, is a major red flag to me. I will not date you. That's actually a deal breaker. I could not date anyone that is homophobic. I cannot date anyone that's transphobic or hateful in any way to any community. Like, I could not date you at all. So that is a deal breaker for me. It's not even a red flag. It's like a timeout forever. Like, nothing is going to happen. Another red flag is if a guy gets iffy about paying for things. Like, if he wants to pay for everything and every time you offer to pay for it, he gets like really annoyed or angry. Like, he just wants to pay for everything, he wants to be in charge of everything, and he gets annoyed when you want to do it. Do not believe that a woman should be 100% taken care of by a man. If that is what you like as a woman, that's fine. For me personally, I don't like that. Just the dependency will end in tears when that person drops you. So dating someone that wants a woman that is fully financially and otherwise dependent on them is a red flag for me, because I could never be fully dependent on anyone in my life. And that's on period. And men that claim to be African men, traditional African men, like, I want a wife, African woman, a real African woman who will cook and clean. That's actually a deal breaker for me, because I'm a street girl.
And that's on period.
Or a guy that believes that a woman's place is, every time I speak to anyone, especially a man, and a conversation or a sentence starts with a woman's place is, the conversation ends.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
A woman is who she wants to be. A woman does what she wants to do. A woman is her own person. Okay? Period. Claims to be a bad texter. This person will just like say that they're a bad texter. I also don't like texting, like, generally speaking. But if I'm not replying to your text, it's because I don't like you. Like, if I'm not replying to your text, or I'm not like replying on time, I just don't like you. When I like someone, I would reply on time. I would make sure I send you a text to tell you I'm busy today or something like that. So if the person likes you enough, they will make sure that they text you, and they'll make sure that they tell you when they're busy or when they're not busy, or when they're doing something when they're not. Like, they will text you, they will communicate with you, they'll communicate their feelings and their busy schedule with you. So no, being a bad texter when you like someone is not an excuse. Text your person and tell them why you're not replying. Like, if you're busy, it's understandable. If you're at work and you're in meetings back to back from 8 in the morning until like lunchtime, 12 o'clock, you're back to back in meetings. In the morning, obviously you couldn't text that person. In the meetings, you couldn't text them. At 12 o'clock, just send a text and say, I'm sorry, I was 8 hours AWOL in the morning, in meetings back to back. I'm going back into the meeting now. We'll only be able to revert back to you like after 6. A short text message, I'm going to be busy. Or I was busy all morning, I'm going to be busy after 2. I won't be able to reply to any text. I probably won't see them either. So like, I'll text you or I'll call you like when I'm at home. Like, it's really not rocket science. Not rocket science. So that's a major red flag. They just don't like you.
Oh my God, my heart, my chest.
But I just think it means you don't like me. If you're not going to reply on time, if you're going to like if you can go a full day without talking to me, a full day without sending me a text or calling me, honey, you do not like me. And that's okay, because I will move on and I'll find someone who does. Period. Flags. If you guys have any major red flags that you have, comment them down below. Like this video, share it, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and so much for the support and for subscribing to my channel. I have promised to be more consistent, and I am keeping my promise so far.
The boy is focused. It's nothing personal.
Thank you guys for watching. Teeth Simon Thon.